This website made between $25 to $50 million before getting acquired by Salesforce for a reported $419 million. And taking a deeper look at the product reveals something interesting. It's simply a software that combines both Excel and traditional sales software to make a niche product that is in high demand. But what if I told you that this simple fact presents a massive opportunity? Simply put, you can now use AI tools to create a near perfect replica of this exact app in minutes, without knowing anything about coding, advanced design, and user experience principles. So in this video, I will show you exactly how to use an AI tool called Manus to create a niche down version of Spiff. You'll go from nothing to having a fully featured app with the potential of making a lot of money. Okay, so it's a widely known fact that developing mobile apps, specifically for iOS, is one of the easier ways to make money. And here's the thing that most people don't realize. Apple devices tend to attract people with more money to spend. So this means by attracting Apple users, it will increase the chances of profitability for your app by a ton. But you can of course also build Android and web apps by following this tutorial. And when we are building the mobile apps, we are using React Native, so that means that you can upload to both iOS and to Android in the same codebase. And now you might be thinking, oh, I don't know anything about coding, or I don't have a lot of free time, or I don't have a big budget to build an app. So how do I create a high quality mobile app? Well, traditionally you had two options. Option number one, learn mobile app development yourself. But I should tell you that this is not very easy. It takes months or even years to master, and sometimes even longer than that to make decent income from it. And option two was to hire a cracked team of developers. And just a simple internet search for freelance iOS developers will show you that this option is very expensive. And also you have to have very good management skills to be able to work effectively with the highly paid developer team that obviously knows more than you. But then there's this third option that is basically an unfair advantage, an AI app builder called Manus. So with Manus, a complete beginner can build a mobile app that rivals the work of a talented, high experienced development team. And here's the best part, you only need to instruct it as you would to a person. So that means that you don't need to know anything about coding or design, and Manus has made it so simple that all you need is a well-designed prompt to generate a working mobile app, just like Spiff. I've boiled down the entire process from start to finish in just 4 simple steps. Okay, so now let's get to work. Step 1. Building the app. Now here's what you need to know about Manus before we begin. It's optimized to understand natural language, which means that you have to be as detailed as possible in your interactions with it. So now let's head over to braindumper.ai. So all you need to do here is just to input your app idea. Just brain dump everything you can think of your app idea. So in this case, we'll just tell it we want an app that manages sales commissions and automatically generates statements in real time. And we will also tell Manus what this app will be used for. So as you can see here, you just simply enter in your app idea, and then you have to choose a platform to optimize the prompt for. So in this video, we're choosing Manus, and then just hit the generate button and then wait around 10 seconds. Now the AI goes to work, generating a prompt with all of the details that's specialized for app builders like Manus to build a production-ready prototype. Now if you go to the bottom left corner in Braindumper, you can see this share Braindumper button. So here you can share Braindumper with your friends to earn 10 free credits for every friend that you refer, and your friends will also get 10 free credits as well. Perfect, so now we have a crafted prompt that includes features that we hadn't even thought about ourselves. So now comes the most critical part. So now once we've opened Manus, let's just paste in the generated prompt and then click on this button. Manus is then starting to do all of the complex coding and the AI work as we wait. And it's pretty insane that AI is able to do all of this for us. It's essentially building out the entire app from just one prompt. And now it has asked us in clear language which option that we prefer. Okay, so this was a mistake on my part, but as you can see, Manus caught it and provided potential fixes before I even knew where I went wrong. It's amazing. Okay, so now the app is done. So now let's see what Manus has built for us with just our initial prompt. As you can see, Manus has created a decent first version, and from my experience in software development, I can tell you that a version like this usually takes a developer many days to build and test, but Manus just did this in a few minutes. And looking through the code shows that the builder is actually using updated coding standards and patterns that take human developers a long time to master. It's quite impressive that anyone can have such powerful tools at their fingertips at such an approachable price point. Step 2. Iterating the app. Now I notice something is wrong. The main page points to the dashboard, so this is wrong, and here is why it matters. So the main page should be the landing page so that we can show off all of our app features to explain how the user will benefit from choosing us over the competitor. So there should be a separate page for the users to log into the app and view the dashboard along with all of the other features. And we should also change the color scheme to make the app look more lively. So now let's just enter the feedback into the Manus chatbot and see what we get. So after a few minutes, this is what our updated app looks like. And here's where you'll see something really cool. You will notice that Manus shows its actual thought process. I find this very fascinating because not only do you see how the AI breaks down complex problems, but it lays out everything in a way that anyone can understand. So this means that even competent coders can also use this app, since the logic is laid out plainly. So any mistakes in the logic can easily be spotted and fixed. And it's also great for beginners because you can learn the thought process that goes behind making such a complex app. And as you can see, Manus created an entire theme in minutes from just a single suggestion. This would have taken a developer at least a day to design and implement all of these features. Now if you don't like this color scheme or find another error in the auth flow, all you need to do is just to tell Manus and it will get to work. And if you at any point need any help or if you get stuck, you can just join our free Discord community where you can network with other builders just like you. Link is in the description. Now since we are building a commission tracker app, we need to integrate it with third-party CRMs like Salesforce. And just watch this, Manus takes this simple request and gets to work. And before you know it, it not only integrates Salesforce but also other third-party apps I didn't even mention. So do you see how easy it is to make a high-quality app with Manus? And don't be mistaken into thinking that this AI builder is only used by solopreneurs and hobbyists to make projects. People are actually using Manus to create MVPs for startups, for projects that end up getting serious venture capital funding. So with this app you have the tools you need to turn a simple idea into a serious moneymaker. But now I see that this Salesforce integration button is not working, so let me just point this out in the chat. And Manus immediately got to work and generated a fix in just a few short seconds. So after the build is complete, Manus now gives you suggestions on how to improve what was just implemented. So if any of these features appeals to you, all you need to do is just to select it and then just wait for Manus to do his thing. Now I personally think that this UI can use more improvements. So luckily Manus has a powerful feature to make updates using images. I want my design page to look like this mockup right here, so I'll just tell Manus to follow the design in the attached image. And that's it. There's no need to use complex hard to use design software or even to know the details about what makes a certain UI more effective. Now so far our app is coming along nicely. We have added features, corrected errors and changed the UI without writing a single line of code. And now for the most important part. We need to build a payment system so that we can actually make money from this app. Building payment systems is actually really complicated, but Manus has found a way to simplify and shorten the process. So the integrations feature enables Manus to connect with your existing tools and services. So all you have to do now is just to ask the AI chat to integrate a subscription plan with the packages that you want. You can also give it other instructions like which features to make premium or how to design the pricing page and so on. I will just go with a simple Stripe integration and tell Manus to decide which features to put behind a paywall. Now after a few minutes, this is what you get. Now we have a Spiff clone that can be marketed to small business owners who want to handle all of their commission data on their smartphones. So if your app for example has a blog feature or you'd like the landing page to be optimized for SEO, you can simply just ask Manus to integrate SEO features as I am doing here. And now in a few minutes your app will be optimized for search engine optimization as well. Since you have now seen all of the various ways to add features using the Manus chatbot, let's now proceed to the final step. So at this point, all of the hard work is done. But here's the one critical part that most people skip. Mobile app users usually uninstall an app the first time it stops doing what it's supposed to do. So to avoid massive churn, we just need to make sure that the app works and that nothing breaks. And one of the ways to do this is to make sure that the app doesn't freeze when you're using it and that the security is as strong as possible. You can also run performance audits with Manus to make sure your app is speedy, because when apps are freezing or just not working, that is one of the main reasons that users uninstall apps and leave bad reviews on the App Store. So before any of these high quality app builders came to the market, performance audits were done by teams of professionals and beta testers. It was an expensive and time consuming process that wasn't even effective most of the time. So now with Manus you can save all of that time and money by instructing it to do a performance check and to fix any issues that it finds. Just like I'm doing here. It handles all of these complicated tasks while you just sit back and relax. But now let's also download the project and load it into Antigravity to run a proper security audit. This is where we go from amateur to professional. Now for this I will use Claude's most recent model, Opus 4.6, to uncover any security holes that can expose sensitive user information. And a very important tip is that you should never skip security audits for sensitive apps, just like the one we are making in this video, since your users are trusting you with their business and personal financial data. So the security audit can be as detailed as you'd like, but for now let's just keep it light to save time. Okay, now once that's done, let's head back to Manus and finish all of the other pre-publication checks, such as making sure the app works on actual devices, process, ensuring that none of the internal links are broken, verifying that the login flow works as intended, and confirming that the payment flow works as you want it to. And every time I build an app, I always myself go through it and make sure that it actually works before I launch it. And just like that, our app is now ready for the App Store. Step 4, deploying the app. Now here's where everything comes together. Manus allows you to move from app creation to testing on your device within just minutes. And at this point, publishing to the iOS App Store is as simple as clicking the publish button and just choosing the platform. So now this dialog page shows that we can also create an Android app just as easily by selecting it from here. So now just watch as I do this. When I click the publish button, this dialog shows that a backend service for our app needs to be published separately. So the backend needs to be published and live before the app can be usable. It sounds complicated, but getting this backend working is just as simple as clicking a button. So now let's deploy our app to the App Store as well. And just so you know, you need to pay for an Apple developer account, which costs $99 a year. Now after a few seconds, this build page will appear to guide you on how to create and publish the app to the App Store. And then all you have to do is just to wait for it to go through the review process, which can take anywhere from a few minutes to a few days, depending on how fast the team is working, which is outside our control. Usually for me, this takes less than 24 hours. And there you have it. You have just learned how to use Manus to create and publish an app that would have taken developers weeks of effort. But if you need any help whilst building your app, you can join our free Discord community with other enthusiastic builders, where we talk about how to actually make money from your apps and how to actually build the apps using these AI tools. And if you want to see me build another app where the original app is making over $10,000 per month, check out this video right here and I will show you exactly how you can clone it. Thanks for watching, and as always, happy building.